Welcome to the darkest times. Last we left off, our group of adventurers went on a journey to the Neverwinter Woods in search of Tibor Wester, the half brother of Harbin Wester, the town master of Vandalin. After a night's rest at the Falcon's hunting lodge, they went north to the loggers' camp. They arrived at a grim scene over the camp. The camp was devoid of people, and upon further inspections reveal the tents and bedrolls have been partially dissolved by some kind of acid spray. The group found a totem made of sticks dipped in pig's blood, has attracted ankax, huge insectoid monsters with many slender limbs and large antennas. Eventually they found Tibor Wester barricaded himself in the smaller office to the north. They brought him back to the Falcon and discussed about what happened in the camp. The group decided to investigate the suspicious half-orcs in the woodland manse south of the hunting lodge. Along the way, they were surrounded by wild boars. During the battle, one of the boars turned out to be a shape-shifting half-orc, a zealous follower of Talos. After he committed suicide and threatened them that he will be back, the group continued their way to the manse, only to find themselves out of the Neverwinter Woods. Frustrated, they made camp for the night and set out to go to the Shrine of Savras next. Azriel and Zamruda decided to take the first watch.
Okay.
So, Azriel and Zamruda, you are on first watch. You are sitting around the campfire while Thea and Erie is inside the tent sleeping. What do you guys do?
In our last session, I did roll if to check if the Z's condition can, or do I need to roll again?
I think it's okay. You don't need to roll it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
so
what's my condition, by the way?
like psychological condition, or like she's tired,
I mean,
or
if you can, if you want to,
roll
you can
roll
roll.
f-
Yeah, you
roll.
can roll again. I would say insight.
Oh yes, yes.
18. I would say Zamruda, how are you psychologically, mentally? How are you doing
Psychologically,
after what happened during the day? You guys
yeah,
going to apa? You guys going to Logos Camp, seeing the massacre, the Ancax, and then you guys going into the forest where you fought wild boars, and the one of the boars happened to be a half orc who praised the name of Talos and slit his throat right in front of your your friend. How do you feel?
I guess like mentally exhausted. And at the moment, unsure that if this journey is going to lead to what Z is trying to aim lah to do.
Okay, I will speak up to Z and ask her, is there anything wrong, Z? Are you okay? Are we feeling?
I guess I'm okay. It's just that, yeah, I thought of going, joining this joining you guys to this adventure would help to level me up, and yeah, I'm leveling up. uh, but at the same time, I'm also unsure if like the places that we are going to go will eventually, what do you call this, like will potentially, I want to cross path with people that I wouldn't want to
Can
meet.
you? Can you? Do you want to tell me about it?
Well, I guess I can tell you now that I am running away from my captors. Uh, you see, I actually am not. I am running, still running away. I actually Well, technically, this is Z telling adalah the backstory. So I
Mm-mm.
escaped from the City of Shade, which is the Thothanthar, and I don't know if with the place that we're going, there might be people from that city. So in case there might be people who might be familiar, or I don't know if my captors put out any notice. I kind of like
Mm-mm.
imagine, like
Yes,
a reward thing for people who will catch me,
but
something like that.
I know what you meant, and you said it was in Thulfantar, is it?
Yes.
I don't I don't know if they can freely move around in this area. Maybe, I don't know as well. But uh, I think you could probably just rest your mind about it because you already have us to watch your back.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Thank you for the reassurance. I guess from this time onwards, I would want to try exploring or harnessing my inner power. I'm sure there are some other, new spells that I might be able to explore in the future. So I hope to be able to fight this dragon.
Are there
Where is
any
this damn
any
dragon?
I know what you mean. Are there any other concerns that you have on your mind journeying with us? Any concern at all, maybe?
Well, not really of concern, but I'm also hoping, like, along this journey, I might be able to find people who I can probably ask if they might be from the high forest, because I'm also trying to look for my parents and try to, make sure to know whether they're still alive or not. Yeah, I did talk to Erie during our night watch before. I don't think Erie has ever met meet my parents, or crossed path.
I've
So
heard of it, and I'm assuming that you, Thea, would said about her dreams as well, wasn't it?
yeah, that too. I don't know. I'm also curious. I never had the chance to ask her this, but do you think that I might be the girl from her dreams?
You need to ask her that. It's really an important for you to explore more of this. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you don't have any information to go on with
mm, that's right. Okay, probably I'll have a talk with Thea on this.
when she wakes up, or what?
Yeah.
Do you know? Do you know any other person in Thulfantar that you've cared about when you were captured?
Well, there is someone. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I don't know if that thinking about that would be beneficial at the moment. Um,
I understand, I guess.
yeah,
So,
probably.
if there's any other concern and you're mentally drained or anything, just let me know and we could just talk, I guess.
Yeah, this is nice. How about you? I,
What
should I be
about you?
asking? I don't know.
What
Um,
about me?
I by this time I think have I been seeing his mark or
No,
yeah,
no
no,
one noticed the
no.
mark.
I noticed about you've been like reading books, right? I haven't. I don't think I've shown you my totem yet.
I did.
You did.
You did.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And
For Zamruda, you all of you guys, you've seen how Azriel does summon some kind of blade from out of nowhere. You don't know the source, but you've seen the tendrils form around his arm, and shape into the blade that he holds in his right hand. Right hand, left hand or right hand?
Right hand, right hand.
Right hand, yeah. So everyone have seen the rapier form in your hand so far. So just to let you guys know.
Maybe this is random. I mean, I don't know your what do you call this? Like what other magical capabilities you're able to do, but
Can
by
you
by any chance, hold on, by any chance, would you be able to have visions, perhaps like in the past or in the future, right now?
do I have that
Yes.
magic?
Do you?
Do I have that
Yeah.
gem?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. I don't have that kind of spell. A vision.
Okay.
Is it like
Just like
prophetic vision or something? Or
yeah, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being random. I thought of perhaps you could hold my hands and you could have some sort of vision of
mm,
anything that you might be able to see, whether it's in the past, in the future.
does Elta memory, can you regain lost memory from Elta memory ka?
You can.
I've but my character knows about this spell, kan?
Yeah, it's called greater restoration.
I've known about the spell. It's called Greater Restoration in a book from what I've heard. But at this point, I won't able to do anything about it. And from what I've heard as well, clerics in a temple, any temple, usually the good-natured ones, they do usually have greater restoration uh, spells to like for you, I guess. I don't know how to explain it,
Uh,
but I'm gonna assume that for you to visit a temple, you need to make a hefty amount of donation for it, and only like a really small group of people know about greater restoration, if I'm not mistaken.
all right. I guess not this time around to be able to track back my parents or, trying to avoid my
Uh,
captors from
how,
Goldengar.
do you remember how your parents looked like?
I don't quite remember, but
Are there any important features that uh whatever they had, like blonde hair or like emerald eyes? I don't know.
hold on.
Eh,
I'm looking to my folder. Oh wait, no, it's not here. It's on my Pinterest. Perhaps I can tell you uh, what I can remember uh, how my parents look like. The memory is fuzzy, but what I can tell about my father is that I remember he had a thick beard,
okay.
quite long hair. His both my father's and mother's eyes are like me, green eyes, green eye, and bec- I I remember they actually taught me this powers that I have now. I
They're
guess
druidic powers, is it?
yes, yeah.
So, uh, does elf can elf ada beard ka?
Some elves, yes.
Some elves can have beards.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's rare. It's very rare, but sometimes either if they live among dwarves or if they lead a more rougher lifestyle, they can grow a beard.
but High Forest is elven community kan?
There are other races there, but it's dominantly an elven community lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I also remember like my dad.
But there are, just for Zamruda to know, your parents are not your usual elves. They're the same like you. They're not your typical elves.
Hold on. Whispering. Whispering. Uh, Hold on. Yeah. And ini jadi okay. Terus. And I remember my mother had long white hair, and she always wear the necklace like I do, like this totem. And we like green. We like the color green, but I don't think. But I can't remember much. Like my memory is fuzzy. I think my mom has a grayish eyes. Gray,
Grayish eyes. Hmm.
gray,
Do you remember the time where I looked
dark.
at
Yeah,
Z? Is it okay?
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the time where I looked at you closely at the inn?
Oh yeah.
What I see was really scared the hell out of me, to tell you the truth. And I want to know, what do you have in you? Is is there something that is it really personal for you?
I think at this moment, like Zamruda is like, what do you call this? Like a bit shocked. Like, what? Really?
What I see wasn't really um it makes me
Is it good?
uncomfortable.
Is it bad?
S- Uh it's it's very dark. I would say it's dark. There's darkness coming out of you.
I I don't know what to say. Um,
Are
I don't know
you
what you're talking about.
Do you want to open up with me about this without the two of them inside knowing about it? Because I could help you if you want my help.
I guess I I actually don't know what you're talking about, but I think talking about this, it kind of like reminds me of when I was a kid, before I was being captured or kidnapped. I
Yes,
remember talking to someone, but I can't remember who.
someone.
This someone, she said
It's a
that
she.
she will always protect me.
She
But
will. What?
but after that, but after that, she never showed up whenever I needed her to rescue me from my captors in Thothandar.
What prominent features that you can remember of this woman
I,
or a
I
girl?
can't remember, but I guess I'll probably need some time to recall this woman who will say that she will always. I can only remember that she said she will always protect me, but the moment I was captured, and uh, ever since that throughout my time in Thultantar,
Hmm.
I I kept on like trying to pray,
She.
for this person, for this lady to come and rescue me, but can't remember much. Everything is blurry. Perhaps this might be an opportunity for me to trying to recall, or I don't know, maybe it's just my imagination.
How
I don't
old were
know.
you back then when you met this woman? You don't remember?
I remember I was 11, 12 before I got kidnapped, taken away from my family.
This, hmm. Could this woman or girl be the same age or probably a bit older than you are?
I remember she was someone older. I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining that she has this very angelic features, but I couldn't. My my memory of her is very fuzzy. I can't remember much. Now that talking to you, somehow this conversation kind of like re-sparked that memory.
I hope that you can recall as much as you can.
Yeah,
And
perhaps this
I
could
am
be.
really sorry that you've missed a lot of your time as a childhood. And whoever comes for you, we will be ready.
Thank you so much, Azrael, for the words of reassurances.
And when you this is do you have anything you want to talk about again? Anything of concern?
I I think I do. Let me try to put this in a train of thoughts. What would Zamruda would want to know about Azrael?
Hmm. There's nothing to know much about, I think.
Do you think that by now I should know something about you?
Anything that you're curious about?
I I think I think that you're a reliable person that that are always like taking initiatives during battles. Perhaps I would want to ask if you would have any battle tips for Zamruda.
Most of what I've learned is from adventure books. My all-time favorite is at this time si Driss kira legendary figure kan eh? Kira like do people make adventure books out of Driss?
I would
Yeah.
say you've heard of the name.
Yeah.
You and your comic books and adventurous stories, Bart singing about his achievement. You probably heard some stuff about him.
Is he still alive or was it back then already?
You're not sure.
Okay, so basically, what I've learned of battle is from this heroic drow figure called Drizzt, and I find him really cool.
Hmm.
So before going into battle, you need to know the surroundings first, and do not let yourself be surrounded. And because of so far the spells that you have affects all of us. So
Hmm.
if a group of enemies are like really gets really close to each other, you can use it, like Thunder Wave
Ah,
or Entanglement.
interesting. Hmm.
So a lot of your spells are based on not close quarter. It's effective on long range, and it affects a lot of people in it.
Would would you be able to share about this organization that you guys are in? Like, how are you recruiting
I
our
don't know about
adventure?
the recruitment process, but Ani GM, I'm gonna assume that I search for work like basically using Craigslist kan? Basically the ND version of Craigslist seeking work
Um,
or what?
each of you, Thea, Erie, and Azriel, you will send letters. You don't know from who, but you receive a letter that asks you to go to Berdas and go to the Twilight Hall because you are invited. You were invited. Only when you found out at the Twilight Hall, you are being recruited for the Harpers.
I will tell that to Z. Not the Harper's part, more like for me, Z. I got invited by a mysterious letter asking, inviting me to Burdas Hall. Burdas Hall? Was it?
Twilight Hall.
Twilight Hall in Burdusk, yes.
So
And
before.
the organization is called, and then I look my surrounding if there's no one around. Can I add?
Caption if you want. So far you don't see anyone.
We've been recruited by an organization called the Harpers, And from what I know, the Harper's shit. DM, tell Billy what the Harper is.
So basically, the Harpers is a semi-secret organization who work behind the shadows, sometimes in everyone's in the public's eye, but usually it's behind the shadows, fighting against evil. Actually, basically lah, that's what it is.
Tell Z that.
Okay. So, how about before being recruited? Are you already like adventurers?
For me, no. I'm just a dropout. Actually, I got expelled from my school, and I guess at that time I went back home. And there's a period in those times that I'm just good. I'm just wandering around, I guess, helping my parents. But I guess that stable life isn't for me.
So you still have your parents alive. I mean, around.
I do, and they own a store called Green Thumb General Goods.
Are you
Um,
the only child?
I am. My dad is a human, and my mother is an elf. She's a sun elf.
How is she like, by the way?
She's the kindest elf that I have met. A lot of elves, from what I've heard, are arrogant, especially sun elves. So I guess my mother is an exception. Uh, I'm at this point. I'm assuming that I know both of their backstory already, Ganta.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
My mother actually was part of a sun elf tribe clan. I don't know, but
Oh,
she,
really?
yes, but she mingles with a human. She got out. She got thrown out, I guess. And my dad, from what I've heard, is a noble of some family.
See,
Also, they are not really. They don't. They're not keen on human elf relationship. So my dad got thrown off too. So I guess they eloped together in uh, in a village community with elvish and human, and that's where I was born.
well, since your is an elf, actually interested if she has superpowers.
She is a droid.
Oh wow! Do you remember what sort of spells your mom would
Uh,
use?
she's more of a nature type of druidic magic powers, not the one that I've seen you changing into other forms.
Oh wow! She's also like a nature druid.
Yes,
So,
she's a
but
nature.
it's different from me.
It's highly different, very different.
Would you be able to tell how what I might be able to harness similar powers like your mother?
Can I recall that?
I would say growing up, you've seen your mom make potions, gather herbs and make macam lotions, balms. The most I would say it's more of a utility type of spells. Not for you haven't seen her in combat, but then again, you've never seen her hunt. I would say she did go hunting, like when your dad was taking care of the shop with you. Your mom would go hunting or gathering, so you don't know how she is in nature itself. Probably there was one time that she would bring you out, but you'll rather stay home and read your books, I would
No,
say.
mom. No,
No.
no. Uh,
But yeah, you probably don't know much.
yeah, I don't know much, Z,
Maybe
but
it's up to you. It's up to you.
from what I can tell back then, she always makes alchemical stuff, balms, lotions, and healing salve, something like that. But other than that, I haven't seen her uh, doing crazy magical nature tricks.
See, it's interesting. Um, I'm
Her,
just like trying to get inspiration. I mean, it has been a while since I last met my own kind, so I don't know what other capabilities like my type would be able to harness.
mm. Oh, I do remember that she can summon woodland creatures
Summon woodland creatures. Whoa!
like uh, deers, birds, wolves, sometimes fake creatures. I guess like they would act as like free labor. I guess to help around the house.
Perhaps we could do that in the morning.
I
Try to perhaps, maybe if I could, if there's any birds around in the forest,
maybe we could try.
we could try, right? Okay.
Yes, I would try. I will try to recall anything that I can remember about it.
It's an interesting superpower.
Are they?
But
Oh, and she had a owl, wooden owl as a totem. It's not really as exquisite looking as yours with the gems and like shining stone, but that's the most memorable thing that she had wearing around her neck.
totem too.
Yes.
Do you recall where your mom might be from?
Can I recall, Jim? I know about where my mother is from, the tribe, like a village, a place.
Do you?
I don't remember. I don't know.
That's okay if you don't know. I mean, I kinda know where my parents were from, so who knows? It might match, but since you don't remember, then that's okay.
Is high apa nama tempatnya? The elf itu? High Forest.
High forest.
High Forest is what? Is it?
I
th-
remember growing up in high forest, but
Yeah.
my parents aren't actually from the high forest.
Is it filled with sun elf or moon elf over there?
Checking my more moon elf, moon and
Uh,
wood.
I don't think my mom is from there.
Ah, okay. Perhaps it's a different tribe, but from what I remember, my parents are from the Moon and Wood tribe, and it's from a place that I am trying to explore to. Like, I wanted to know what's the current situation there.
But I guess we don't have any clue, and the only clue that would help you remember is that woman, the mysterious woman. So I hope
Oh
that
yeah,
so I
yeah.
hope that you could recall her at one point, and I think before we switch our watch, do you remember checking inside your bag, Z, before you picked up the bag of holding?
Oh, what should I be getting? I mean, checking.
Have you ever seen the inside of the content itself?
No, not fully. This, you have a point. perhaps do you want to explore tonight?
Do you want to turn your
I,
back out, inside out, to check?
I guess so. We do we have time?
I think we still have time.
Okay, let's open this up and let Erie and Thea rest for a bit more.
Yes, that's a good idea.
So Z decided to open up the bag of holding and ding ding ding. What sort
Turn,
of
turn it inside out.
okay side out? What tools do we have?
So, as Zamruda turn over, turn the bag of holding inside out. At first, nothing happened. It was an empty bag. Like it's magically enchanted to be empty. But you can put anything inside. But once you turn it inside out, you wait for a few seconds, and then all your belongings is ejected out of the bag.
Whoa!
So you see all your camping gear, your bedrolls, your clothes, um, everything that you've ever put inside the bag is ejected out on the floor of the on the ground.
Okay,
You see the jug from before,
yeah.
the one that produced acid, come tumbling down. It almost hit the fire,
Oh
Mhm.
shit.
but it rolled just short by a few inches, so it's fine. Um, but the strange thing is, there were items that you do not recognize.
Ooh la la!
There
Yes.
were there were items that you haven't
Lord, yet.
seen. Like you didn't put these items inside the bags, so it's like a
What?
surprise.
Oh my god!
Um, I would say it's a mess. Everything's a mess. The floor is covered with your belongings. But you do see about 10 different items that you haven't seen before.
ooh la
different
la.
items.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la! Five.
Erie suddenly got a good dream.
Five for you, five for me.
Okay, Azrael, I'm just gonna pack my stuff first
Yeah, yeah,
into
yeah, yeah.
Chanel. So
I
pack,
will.
pack, 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 pack.
I will help you.
You know,
Help
but
you.
this 10 items, I've never seen this before. So this must be like originally
Inside,
probably the
inside.
original content when
Yes.
we took it from the
Nomen guard.
was it Nomen Guard, yeah. So this could be something to explore. Would you like to
Yes, we
read?
will. We will appraise it one by one.
Let's see what would be the item.
Okay, item number one.
Okay, so item number one. Take note, just so you guys remember. I might forget. Item number one is you do find a piece of crystal. And it's a cloudy night. There is some rays from the moon, and as soon as one of those rays hit the crystal, it starts to faintly glow.
What? What is this? Does it?
Okay, so that's item number one.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
item number two, there is a book. There is a small leather bound book.
If you don't mind, Z, I will take this leather-bound book, and research research its content. Okay, explain this stuff first.
So what are you doing with the book?
I will hold it bawah my arm or something.
That's all?
That's all.
Okay.
I won't read it first.
Okay. The third item is a glass orb, and you see inside it is filled with moving smoke.
Interesting. Okay.
So the fourth item is it you see a lamp. You see a small lamp, and inside the lamp, inside of a like usually lamps usually contains candles or like a bowl filled with oil and and a small string. But this one it contains a mechanical canary inside it.
What? Okay. Okay.
Um, the fifth
Fifth.
item, fifth item, you see another glass orb, um, filled
Glass
with filled with water,
bill.
and inside it is a clockwork goldfish swimming around.
What? What? Excited? A clock?
Clockwork goldfish, a mechanical goldfish.
Oh, okay.
Is this stuff?
Tadi the small lamp, it contains one canary. Is it a bird?
Mechanical canary.
Ah, mechanical canary. Okay.
Okay. The sixth item, um, the sixth item, a vial of red liquid.
Okay.
Okay, a vial of red liquid. The how many items is that?
Six already. Now seven.
Seven. Okay, so number seven, you see a belt, a finely crafted dark leather belt with three loops, each decorated with a shard of sapphire.
What? What? Hold on. Sapphire. Sapphire.
Crafted leather belt.
How? Okay. Number eight.
Number eight, you see a simple wooden band, like a bracelet or how you say, like a bracelet lah.
Yeah.
A simple wooden band that appears to be entwined by evergreen ivy vines. The top is decorated with a small rose petal, which is blooming and perfect.
Oh my god.
Uh,
That'll be my
yeah.
thing.
You could take it now.
Yeah. Okay. I'm taking it now.
Okay.
Okay. Number nine.
Yes, number 9.
Number nine, you see a hooded cloak.
Oh,
Close.
this is my thing. Is it?
Not sure if it's invisible yet. Who knows? Might be
Oh,
10. Number 10.
number 10.
Number 10.
Okay. What?
You see a card face down.
Fuck.
Apa?
Fuck.
Apa? A card?
Yes. You see uh, a card with beautifully designed pattern. It looks similar to a playing card that you guys played before in Stonehill Inn.
It's a
But
game.
this is just one card. It's face down. But the back of it is beautifully crafted. Like it looks handcrafted, like intricately designed. But it is face down.
Do I recognize the design? Do I recognize?
Nope. And with the light from the campfire, it does look like it's glittering.
Glittering.
Shit. Uh, hindi nyasal.
What?
Hmm.
What? Why are you hesitating, Azriel? Do you know what this is?
I don't know as well. Hmm.
I know that I'm gonna take this bracelet.
I hmm. Hold on. Hold on. Let me think this.
Okay. Are you stressed, Azriel?
No, no, no. Outside of character, I'm stressed. Outside of character, I'm stressed. Uh,
Z
I'll,
is like innocent looking, like
aku ready new character ni. Fuck. Okay.
what do you call
I
this? Like feeling confused. Z is confused right now, looking at Azriel.
I will turn the card.
What is this card?
So who's turning the card?
Oh, now I don't want to mute.
Like
Me.
Z
You're turning the card.
is confused.
My God.
Z is confused.
So
Okay.
Azriel, yeah,
Wait, hold
it's
on.
not Zamruda, huh?
Before that, before that, I bring a DM. Can what is this card?
Who's turning the card over?
What is this card?
Out of character
Zamru
lah.
is Z able to know
Out,
Who's
out,
turning the card first?
who's turning the card first?
I think we should leave the card alone.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
yeah.
looking at Azrael now. I'm looking at Azrael now.
I
Like
I
I
mean, it
think
looks.
I'm seeing Azrael macam like a bit distressed. Like Azrael, would you be able to tell me if you know this card?
I don't know. It looks like a normal playing card. Uh, can I
You don't want to tell?
can I look at it closer? Not turning it, but look at it closer and sense any magic.
I think by now, I'm also like curious of Azrael's behavior. I'm like looking at all the items carefully.
The card, looking from it from different angles. I would imagine that you're going around it and looking at it from different angles, shining apa, basing it from the campfire, the light from the campfire, the way the back of the card is glittering, like the way the glittering follows the design, the the intricate golden like thread of the back of the card, you do send some kind of magic on it, some kind of enchantment magic.
I will set something inside my head. Basically, I'm talking to my tattoo arm. Should I turn it?
Persuasion.
Advantage, ah?
If you have advantage, yes.
Kenapa dua?
It's if every time you roll advantage or disadvantage, it'll produce two dice, and we'll
Yeah.
take the one that's correspondent to your roll lah, which is 16. You
Okay.
do not get any signs.
I will face down. I will keep it, and then I will make it as a bookmark at the end of the book.
Which book?
the the evil book. But I'm doing it further away from Z. Z, I need to take this card and I will try to keep it first, if it's okay with you.
Yeah. I think by this time Z is like confused.
So you
Yeah.
are so
Confused.
describe what you're doing.
I'm
I
gonna I will pick up the card, but I'm not looking at it. Then I go further away, just little further away from the camp, and then put the card face down on the back, really back of the book.
Once you do that, you open the book and you place it face down at the back of the page, face the last page of the book.
Yes.
The moment you actually before that, the moment that you pick it up,
Oh fuck.
a cold wind sweeps through the camp. The campfire almost withered down, but came back up again, lights up again, and you felt a cold chill run down your spine, and you closed the book immediately. And as soon as the chill came, it's gone.
Okay.
This is this wait. This is the book, right? The leather book.
No, this is my book, my
Oh,
personal
your
book.
book. Okay, all right. Okay.
Azriel, roll insight for me. Not insight, sorry. Roll wisdom saving throw for me. You feel weirded out by the sudden chill, and at the back of your head, the hairs on the back of your neck stands up, and you feel a pang of loss. You're not sure what, but it's not a good feeling.
I think Z, we should wrap this up and put it inside the bag of holding so that it doesn't scatter around. And
Okay.
let's just wake everyone up for the second watch. And we don't tell them about this first.
Okay.
We'll think about it in the morning.
You you're
So
not deciding. You're still adamant not to tell not to tell me.
tell you about what exactly?
Like because like I think Z by now is like seeing you acting all weird.
I just had a feeling that the card should not be opened yet at this time. Maybe. Maybe it's just a playing card. I don't know.
Okay. So let's just keep it in the
But you're gonna keep the ring, isn't it?
yeah
Okay.
the band, the rose band, because I think it's alive. The rose is alive.
And I will keep this small leather bound book with me.
Their bound book. Okay. Looks
And
looks good to me.
yeah, I think we already done what we needed tonight. So I guess
Yeah.
we should turn
Time
over. Yeah.
switch. Yeah. Okay.
So both of us gonna wake both of them lah, for the second watch.
Or they're already up and they don't look good.
What?
We are.
Anyway, so wrap you put everything back into the back of holding, and you are getting ready to wake the others up, but you realize both of them are sitting up and both of them have grave expressions on their face. And that's where we're gonna take a break. All right? For 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay.
Go back.
10:12. Is everyone here?
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
here.
So, everyone ready?
I
Yep.
All right. Okay. Welcome back. So, while Azriel and Zamruda are outside talking about their lives and exploring the contents of the bag of holding that used to be in the possession of the gnomes in Nomengard, or whoever the person before them, we go back to what is happening in the tent. Thea and Eri, do you want to say anything before you guys go to sleep?
Before we go to sleep,
Do you want to say anything?
um,
So, Thea,
Yes.
yeah, Thea. So, I can see that you have grown, like since we first met. So much power, so much things. Yeah, it's interesting.
What are
And
you trying to say?
no, I just think it's you guys have all changed. Azriel has powers, you have powers, and heck, even Zamruda turned into a wolf. But now we're missing Lyra, so I don't know what's going on, where are they, and everything. Well, where is she and everything? But yeah, I don't know. I want to be stronger. Do you pray to your god and ask for strength?
I don't actually.
You don't?
I don't. I have only one purpose. I pray to Saloon to find what I'm looking for.
You did mention that.
Mm. I suppose that makes it my goal. Like the stronger my conviction to find them, like
Hmm.
the more
Well, just to let
blessings
you
I get.
know,
I suppose.
during our fight, I don't know if you saw it, but I threw my spear and it gave me a bit of memories. I could remember something, but of course it's still blur. But yeah, it's very comfortable. I realized that it's something that I've done before, something that I was meant to do, and I think there's something more with my spear right here. So remember that I asked you before if I could have a look at your knife while we were at Nomengard. So
You mean my
your
dagger of
dagger,
that?
yeah, your dagger. Sorry, not your knife, your dagger. So I'm just very curious about it. If it has, like I don't know, it must have been, it must have something, it must have something magical about it. But I don't know. I'm just trying. So yeah, just to let you know, there's more of these things that could give me, or trigger some memories for me. So if you don't mind, can I actually have a look at it?
You wanna take a look at the dagger of
Yeah.
Okay. So I reach for my bag and kind of hide the contents from Erie, and I look for my dagger because naturally the dagger is usually on my side. But kalau if apa ni at night when we're all sleeping, I usually put it like stow it away somewhere. So I just put it out from the bag, the dagger, and held it out to Eri.
Can I have a look at it? Can I hold it?
Yes, you can hold it, and she turns like expertly turns it so you can hold the hilt instead of the blade.
Well, yeah, I think this dagger has bonded with you somehow. I'm not a blacksmith, but I think even blades have a life in some form. It's connecting you to something. But yeah, I can tell that this dagger is pretty special to you somehow. It bonded with you. But yeah, what's so special about this dagger? Maybe, like, does it have any properties or is there any magic to it? I just feel something about it. Or maybe I'm just an enthusiast.
So what I know of this dagger is that it's poison, but only when I use it to attack.
Huh. Can I look if there's any insignia or anything that I'm familiar with about it?
You can hold it.
Okay. Can I, DM, can I investigate or something? Like observe or.
Um, I mean, it's fine. You don't have to roll for it. So, the dagger that you see in front of you, it is a black dagger with a serrated edge. Okay, and you see a design like vines intertwining at the top of the blade, not the sharp edge, but on the top of the dagger.
Hmm.
And on the hilt, it has a scale like design, like the scale of a crocodile or the scale of a dragon, like green scale hilt.
Hmm.
And at the center of the hilt, where the hilt meets the blade, there is a green gem, like a very small, like I would say like a pinky size gem.
Hmm.
The it's well balanced. You whip it around, I guess it's well balanced. But you do um roll Arcana for me.
Okay.
13. Yeah, so you do sense some kind of magic from it. Necrotic magic from the dagger.
Hmm. Necrotic, huh?
Yeah. At least the magic part of it lah. It's necrotic magic.
Hmm. Okay. Can during this time I can use detect magic, Jabaha.
I would say yeah, you're familiar, um you've seen it in action before.
Hmm.
But yeah, you do sense some kind of necrotic magic from it, and you do know it's associated with poison, like from the way
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Eri
Hmm.
from Thea has activated it before, and you've seen dark you've seen, how you say, what do you call it, you've seen the blade coated in black poison before.
Hmm. Okay. This is a very magnificent blade. But yeah, I do know that even blades belong with the right person and the right people, and I'm really impressed with this. But just to share with you, the dagger, the spear that I have is also something special. It has magical properties, and I really want to make sure that I'm the right person to hold it. But I know there's more things like this, so I'm just to share with you that I'm looking for more of these weapons. But one of my main things is that I don't want these weapons to be in the hands of the wrong people. So yeah, but I know that I enjoy stealing. I know I enjoy the thrill of enjoying life, but I don't know what else I have. I've got nothing to lose anyways. But yeah, but you guys maybe. So Aries gonna give back the dagger to no, before she she's probably just gonna play and stab, play stabbing with the dagger playfully, and yeah, she showed the she showed her talent with the dagger and flip it around, and yeah, she spin it, she flipped it, and she gave it back on the hilt to Thea.
Roll performance.
Right. I hope I don't drop it. I've never done a performance before.
It's average. But yeah, you do after the knife work, you do give it back to Thea.
Hmm.
Think Thea is not that impressed, but impressed. Um, so you're giving it back to me.
Yes. Or do you want me
Okay.
to keep it? I'm eyeing on it.
Um,
But no, yeah.
I'll. Are you sure that's all you want to do with the dagger?
Okay, I'm so curious though. Like, just to let you know, this I'm just gonna tell you this. So this spear, it get triggered when it triggers with power when I say a magic word, which is flame on, and it would, or
Mm.
ignite, then it would be on fire. But I'm very curious with this thing. What do you say when you want to trigger the poison or power? Is there a magic word?
For the dagger.
Yeah, for the dagger.
Um, nope. I've never had to say anything. Pierce I just pierce the enemy and that's it.
And in
It will
poison?
do, yeah, and the poison will seeps out and into them.
Huh. Okay.
But I didn't have to say anything, right?
You just willed it.
Can
Mm.
I wield it and yeah, try to activate it?
You're still holding it, so
So you hold the blade, you hold the dagger, and you try to wield it to release some poison.
Hmm.
You, you wait for a few seconds, nothing happened.
Hmm. Can I wield it and pierce it on myself?
You can. You want to do that?
Actually, that'll be interesting. I don't know where that would go, but yeah,
I
let's
think
do
the
that.
moment she tries to do that, step I will like step in and stop her from doing it.
Roll
So
strength.
okay, describe me what are you guys doing? You are trying to stab where?
Aries gonna try stab her, her
Okay.
tummy,
God, why are
her
you
yeah,
so
her
mean?
torso.
Okay, I would say for this,
Like before she even do that, I will probably
yeah, I would
just
say
grab her
by
hand.
this point, each of you roll initiative for me, just to see who's faster.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Shit.
say, yeah, by the yeah,
Eh,
the moment
look.
you
This is.
try, like you were looking at it, and then you close your eyes, and then nothing happened, and you just like turn the blade towards yourself and try to stab yourself, but Thea managed to grab the blade and take it away from you.
Hmm.
Please don't do that
Yeah.
ever again.
Sorry. I just I don't know what got over me. I had something that I wanted to recall, and I thought this would be it. But yeah, you can have this dagger back. I think it belongs to you, and it, yeah, it speaks you. It calls for you to, yeah, to stop me. Perhaps I don't know, but yeah, take it back.
So I hold the dagger in like I hold it like really close because I was really scared like Eri would hurt herself. Then um I looked at the dagger, then I looked at him. I looked at Eri, and then I just said, I think I owe you an apology.
Why is
When
that?
I first found this dagger, well, when we first found this dagger, I didn't want to give it to you because I was worried what you would do with it. I didn't mean to keep it until this long. I just meant to keep it for a while for safekeeping. Admittedly, I'm looking at you and how you've been behaving. It kind of worries me to have this kind of item with you, but I held it. I held the dagger out to her, and then I suppose if you wanna borrow this,
I don't mind keeping it if you don't, if you trust me, but I don't know. I'm trying to. I do feel that holding or finding artifacts is part of my mission, but it serves more things. But yeah, if you trust me, I don't mind holding onto this for some time.
you
I
told
don't know
me
what.
that you had a
Yeah,
vision
yeah,
when you were
yeah.
using
I
your
do.
spear.
Yes, I saw that I threw a fireball from my spear. I don't know how that works, but it happened. You know, so I don't know what things that I can find. Around me or in our journey. But yeah, I like these things. I like to collect weapons. I like to collect things, memories, daggers,
Man,
and hopefully more friends. Men is another thing, but girl, if knowing me, 70-year-old lady, the company is something that you want. You feel empty every night. So yeah, but to be honest, I enjoy being around you guys. You guys make me forget That's when the only thing that I wanted to forget, because I don't remember anything. All the bad things that I sometimes see in my dreams, I just, I don't know, I feel better with you guys, at ease. So yeah, if I'm holding this dagger, I'm going to remember you all the time. And perhaps before I steal next time, I can consider to not do it and possibly use it only for the better good.
How about I
You
let
have my
you hold
word.
it until next time we have enemy encounter, and you can see what you can do with it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'd love to try a different kind of attack or weapon. And yeah, this is a really cool dagger.
Okay, so I'll leave it to you. I'll leave the dagger to you.
Aries gonna show another performance and put the dagger on her hilt with a smirk.
You can roll. You can roll performance.
I hope you're impressed.
Slightly better.
Mm, the tiniest smile forms on Thea's lips.
Well, thank you. I will keep this nicely and yeah, teach me again how to do that prayer and let's go to
Uh,
sleep.
mm, I guess I'll just like randomly thought of some random prayer from the temple and tell it to Eri. I don't know, some random prayer like to do and give me hope or something. I don't know.
Can Eri roll at the inside to see if she knows what she's talking about?
You can. Uh, Thea, are you? Do you know what you're doing?
It is a prayer that like if you macam it's something as trivial as like before you eat or after you eat. Like it's just trivial. It doesn't it doesn't necessarily help you with things, but it's just something to not strengthen, like remember your faith lah, kind of like that.
I think it's good that you know how to pray. But yeah, I'll try to pray and find my own my own purpose and thoughts and hopefully find peace. And then with a very nervous smile.
And then I would just like um hold on. May the moon smiles upon you.
Huh, that's a really good one. It's a nice way to end a prayer. May the moon smiles upon you and
That's something I would say to you. Yeah.
hmm, may the moon smiles to you too and find the peace in what you're seeking.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to sleep and journey through the dreamland.
Okay, so
Jem,
you
wait, before
yes.
before I go to sleep. Tapi should I? But we're out in the forest. No, never mind. Carry on. It's fine.
You sure?
Hmm, can I go out ka?
I would say you can.
Okay, so I'll go out sekejap.
You exit. You went out the tent, and then you do see at the far end of at the edges of the campfire. You do see Zamruda and Azriel deep in conversation. They don't see you going out.
Okay, I'll just probably somewhere hidden from anyone's view lah. Like especially Zamruda sama Azriel. And then I will just do my usual ritual with my staff.
Anything else?
Can Eri roll stealth and follow her
Uh,
quietly?
you can try. You can certainly try.
Okay. +5, baby.
Yeah, you. She doesn't notice you.
Okay lah, I'll just describe what I'm doing. Is that okay?
For it.
Okay. So while I'm very sure that no one is watching me, I took out my staff and then I hold well, I put it on the I put it on the ground. So basically this stuff, there's some, I mean, I you can't see it lah, but like there's some ancient, like very ancient engravings on it. And it's just like during ritual, like I touch them and try to connect basically. So it's like a way for me to pray towards the moon, to pray for towards the divine being. It's something to, I would say, increase my connection, I guess. So when that happens, and this is up to itulah gym, because I usually would ask saloon, or I would usually ask for saloon to look for what I'm looking for, which is the thing and the person. But I don't say it out loud. I just say it in my mind. And yeah, it's up to DM to either show that to me during the ritual itself, or later on in dreams car or anything. So that was it's kind of like meditation, but yeah, I guess it's kind of like meditation lah. So that went on for maybe few minutes, and
Okay.
when that's done, then I would just lah, go back to camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I would say when you set down the staff on the ground and pray to your goddess. Like I said before, the moon is there. It's not a full moon. It's like a waning moon, and it's clouds. It's cloudy, but there are rays of moonlight shining down. And when you pray to Selun, one ray of one moonlight beam does shine down on the staff, and the staff does light up. And then that ray, that moonlight does move from the staff, and it moves past you and leads what you figure out would be the south of where you are. Eri, you do see this.
I didn't expect that to work, but okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Before the clouds cover the moonlight again. The moonlight does head south.
Okay. So relief that I
Oh my god.
got something, then yeah, I would just stand up and went back itulah to tent to sleep.
Yeah, Aries gonna sneak before she goes back lah. Like she saw the whole thing, then she, like, then she goes, yeah, back to the, yeah, to her, apa
And
tu? What do you call that?
yeah.
Dia punya tempat tidur, her tent, and her mattress and everything, and just, yeah,
Okay.
thought about what she saw, and she said, "Wow, the
Wow.
goddess did answer her." But I think there's yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
she's thinking to herself lah. She's just amazed right now, but she's also confused. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
You
that's it.
when you apa? You lie down on your side of the tent, and few minutes later Thea also enters the tent, I assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I
guess.
face
Yeah.
her. I don't face her.
The tent
Facing
is
away.
big enough for two-person lah, huh?
Mm.
And you guys are like on opposite sides lah of the
Mm.
tent. Are you guys going to sleep?
Mm. I'm already at the, before she came in. I
Okay.
already want to pretend like I'm
Thea?
sleeping.
Then since I gave up my dagger, so I would take out my crossbow and put it on the side of my bed and go to sleep.
Okay. I assume right now you already took off your armor, right?
Yeah.
Because you cannot sleep with armor
Yes.
Yes.
on. Okay. Okay. So both of you guys are on your sides of the tent, and you close your eyes. Eventually, sleep does overtake you. Each of you with your own apa, with your own thoughts. All right. While the rest of you guys, Azri and I would say by this point, Azri and Zamruda are still talking about what happened to Zamruda, your past.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Let's start with Eri. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Airy, you find it hard to sleep. Like all of this confusing information, you being apa, you trying to be nice with your friends, they are borrowing her dagger to you, um, and seeing how her prayers were answered by this unseen goddess of the moon. All of this information is jumbled up in your head. Like you are trying to make sense of everything. Like should you be good from now on or not? But sleep does overtake you, and what felt like a long, endless darkness, eventually you find yourself. You open your eyes and find yourself in a hall. You look around, you see massive braziers attached to one side of each of the six granite columns, lighting up the entire hall, enshrouded in a dark orange radiance. You see angelic paintings on the angle ceiling dance in the flickering light, while statues and gargoyles look down upon the porcelain floor of this glorious hall. You see a maroon rug splits part of the room in half, from the throne on top of a platform to the midway down the hall, while banners with golden needlework drape from the walls. Between each banner stands a large candlestick. Almost all of them have been lit, and in turn illuminate further the sculptures of late heroes below them. Huge washed glass windows are hidden by veils colored the same maroon as the banners. The curtains have been adorned with different jewels and golden leaves. You look at the throne. It is a regal throne of molten steel at the center of a small platform, and you can see it is adjoined by three almost identical seats next to it. The throne is covered in symbolic patterns, and on each of the legs is a gem encrusted snake. You can see there are fluffy pillows on the throne. They are a light maroon, and these two have been adorned with ornate corners. And in front of you, you stand above the idol body, face down in a pool of red liquid. You've had this dream before, and the dream before, it's always been blurry. It was always in flashes. But this time, it is clear. You have full control of your body. What do you do?
My God. I shout. I'm in the pool of blood, can technically.
You are standing. In front of you, lying down on the ground, face down, is a body.
Okay. I run close to the body. I turn it around and
Okay.
look into it, into the face.
So you turn the body over. It is an, it is an older man.
Yeah.
He has short white hair and neatly trimmed beard, but it's stained red. He is wearing a plate armor made of black metal with golden trims. The black metal reflects a clear green sheen under the candlelight. You see the blood pouring out of his side. His eyes are open, but you see the life has fled from them. You look down at your hands. You are holding a long golden spear. You see the sharpened point dripping with dark red blood. It is warm to the touch. You are not sure if it's from the metal or the blood.
Don't go. Don't go. You'll survive. Hang in there. We're going to, get away from here. Anybody, come help me. Someone. He needs help.
What have you done? A voice rings through the silent hall.
Yeah. So Eri looks at the source of the voice and responded, I didn't do this. Who are you?
You look to your left to see a woman standing in front of you, tall, fair skin, with steel gray eyes. Maybe in her mid to late 20s. You're not really sure, but her most defining feature was her hair. scorching red. The light seems to ignite the color more, making her look as if her hair is made of crimson fire. At one point, you figure she would look really beautiful, but at this moment, her face was overwhelmed with confusion and fear.
Help me. Who are you? Where are we? What's going on?
Why did you do this? Why, Erie? You killed the king. You could hear shouting at the end of the hall, sounds of people pushing against the stone doors. Now nobody can stop her. Not you, not me.
Oh my god.
This is her plan all along. We need to go before the guards get in here. We don't have much time, she said.
We can't leave this man. He's our king.
You see, she take out a long sword and activate the arcane runes. She swings the sword down, creating a tear in space. It opens a portal of crackling red energy in front of you. I'm not running away. I will face my fate. You have to go. Now.
No, I can't leave you guys. I can't leave you guys. I can't leave the king. And you, who are you? Why do you look so familiar?
You know who I am. You know who the king is. And you know why you did this. But I don't understand. Why did you do this? You say you did this to save me, to release me from my curse. But at what price, Erie?
But I want to save all of you.
You recognize this woman as Arya.
Oh god, I finally met her. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh god.
You hear the thumping from the stone doors gets louder.
Who are we? Who are we looking? Who are we fighting against? What are we fighting? Who are those people? And where are we going?
You don't
What
have
are you doing
time,
with this
Erie.
portal? Shut it
You
down.
have to go now before she finds you.
We can stand. We can fight.
Go.
Who is she? I don't know who she is. I can't leave you guys. Not now.
You are just following what the sorceress of time asks you to do. She asks you to kill the king
Who is she?
so I can be released from her curse. I know why you did this, but I don't understand. By killing the king, you're releasing her. Now nobody can stop her.
My spear can stop her. I think there's more of it that can stop her. You can stop her with me, and that blade too.
She created this, don't you remember?
I don't.
Suddenly, the stone doors open. You turn around and you see multiple guards with dark purple cloaks push through the doors. The king has been killed. Seize them. The woman drags you up from the ground and she pulls you towards the portal. You have to go. And she tries to push you through the portal.
I don't want to go, not now. And I try to throw the spear to at the noises, at the voices.
She grabs your hand. No, they can't have this spear. You have to go.
Will you go with me?
I'll be right at your back. Just go.
All right, but please take care of and don't die.
I never die. Now go.
All right, Erie with a tear, she leaves, jumped into the portal, screamed and full of tears and anger.
So you start to move towards the portal as something hits your head hard. The pain overtaking your every nerve as if struck by electricity. You turn around as your body enters the portal. The last thing you saw was a multitude of colors chasing after you, spells after spells casted by the enraged guards. Arya jumps at you. She tackles you into the portal. You can hear the words coming out of Arya, and she says, "I'm so sorry." And she looks at the body of the king lying down on the maroon carpet. "I'm so sorry, father."
Oh my god, no.
Before darkness overtakes your consciousness.
my God, no. I'm I'm gonna get you back. I'm gonna find you guys. I'm gonna save our kingdom. I'm gonna kill those people. I'm gonna slaughter all of them.
Suddenly, you wake up in the middle of the night with cold sweat and numbing pain pounding on your head. You sit up from your position and reach out your hand to the darkness. All right.
All right.
Now it's Thea's turn.
Okay, I'm ready. Or am I?
Thea, Thea, after you say your prayer to Saloon and her guidance showed you where the thing that you're looking for, the person that you're looking for, the power that you're looking for. You find comfort in that light from your everlasting moon goddess. You turn and you go back to the tent and you see Erie is lying down deep in sleep. Sleep doesn't take too long to overtake you. You do fall asleep. Um it's a bit cold. The night is very cold. There's cold wind. But it's comforting. Next thing you know, find yourself in a dark hall. You find yourself in a familiar place. A dark maze of black mirrors and endless corridors. The walls is lined by different types of mirrors, different sizes, different shapes, different designs. And each time you touch the mirrors, you see your own reflection. But each time your reflection show a blank expression staring back at you. Each time the you in the glass grows darker. Your blue eyes starts to take a shade blacker. Your silver hair starts to stain blacker. What do you do?
Uh, through the maze, but I'm assuming that do I see the reflection of myself running?
You do.
And they're all pretty much like the same reflection when I touch the glass.
Yes.
Then I looked around and like try to find a mirror that shows a different reflection.
Okay. As you walk along this grim hallway, looking at the different gazes of your own reflections from the black mirrors around you, your heart starts to beat faster and faster, and then you stop. You reach at the end of the corridor. You see a grand oval mirror in front of you, about 7 feet high and 5 feet wide. It has a beautiful dark gold and bronze frame. There is a beautiful Baroque brass design on the top and the bottom of this mirror. The middle of the top ornament looms the shape of a woman's head looking down.
I looked at it.
It's strange. As you stare into this magnificent mirror, you do not see your reflection. And you realize you've had this dream before. Even more, you've been to this place before. As you stare deeper into the mirror, you see glimpses of something. Movement, figures, creatures, monstrous creatures you cannot even imagine exist. And then there was something else, a smaller creature, a young girl. What do you do?
A young girl
Yes,
in
you stare deep. You stare deeper into the mirror. You see glimpses of something moving inside. Figures,
mm,
creatures, monstrous creatures you cannot even imagine existed. All moving inside this dark grand mirror. And then there was something else in the middle of this movement. A smaller creature, a young girl.
do I can I get a clear view of how the young girl looks like?
It's weird. All the other fiends that you could only make out shapes and limbs because of the dark reflection. But this little girl, she was clear, bright, as if through the mirror there was a beam of light shining down on her, like a shaft of moonlight piercing through the dark clouds. It's out of place. You see, this little girl was down on her knees, her hands folded firmly together and fingers interlocking like a chain, as if in a prayer. You couldn't see her face. Her face was down on her praying hands, and her silver hair covered her head.
Then I will slowly try to reach out
To the mirror.
to the mirror.
So you push your hand against the mirror. The movement inside the mirror stops, and you could feel the eyes, the wandering eyes of the creatures around it, turn to you, and they are slowly walking towards you. Some are tall, some are small. Some have long hairs and some have long claws. But all of them, all their eyes are trained on you. But the little girl,
Ching, ching.
she is still deep in her prayer, and the light shining down on her is. You see this movement of the different creatures, right? But they are avoiding this ring of moonlight shining down on her, as if they're waiting for her to come out of the light. But once you touch the glass of that grand mirror, they notice you, they see you, and now they're moving towards you. And they're getting closer, inch by inch.
Then I pull my hand away and starts to walk back.
You move away, you pull your hand away from the glass, but they are still moving closer to you. And one by one, each of this creature step out of the glass. You see unimaginable fiends start to pour out from the mirror. Some are crawling against the wall by the side of the mirror. Some plop down at the bottom. All of them are staring at you. But before they get nearer, you hear a shout coming from deep inside the mirror. Stop! And you look at the voice. You look at the little girl. Her hand out in front of her. She is still inside the shaft of the moonlight. She says, "Do not hurt her." And she slowly steps out of the moonlight. The creatures that was halfway out of the mirror looks back and crawls back inside the mirror, slowly walking back towards the little girl. The last thing that you see was the little girl smiling at you. It wasn't a happy smile. It was a sad smile. A smile that was full of longing. A smile that you've had when you were in this place before. And that was the last thing you see when she set out completely out of the shaft of moonlight and the beasts jump all over her and you lose sight of the little girl. Suddenly you wake up in the tent in the middle of the night with cold sweat. You realize you are alone. Erie was next to you when you turned to sleep, but she wasn't there anymore. So what do you do?
Took a deep breath to calm myself and went and take my crossbow and went out of the tent.
So you grab your crossbow, you stand up, and you begin to exit the tent. But before you were able to pull away the flap, your leg was grabbed.
By
What do you do?
it was grabbed by.
You have to look at it if you want.
Ah, so I look. Okay, so I am assuming that it grabbed me suddenly.
Yes.
Okay, so I looked at it and taking my crossbow at it, but I do not shoot yet.
You turn around and your heart starts to beat faster. You start to panic. You turn around and you're looking at yourself. This is the darker version of yourself. You are familiar with. You see your hair is navy black. You see the eyes are red. What do you do?
I I struggle to get out of her grasp.
Nothing. You're still grabbed. Your leg is still grabbed. She is lying down where you were sleeping before. And she just sit up and grab your leg.
So I'm assuming that at this point I'm breathing hard and probably confused and shivering, and I just looked at this other reflection of me and just said let go.
As soon as you try to voice, no voice comes out. No sound is coming out of your mouth. You are completely muted. The you in front of you, the black soul version of you, stares at you and smirk. And she says, "You're not ready for what's coming." And as you stare back at her, as you see yourself for the first time, her form change. Not through the mirrors from inside your dream, but right in front of you. A physical reflection of yourself changing. The black color flows down, the blue eyes turning red, the lips curve to an evil smirk, and the shrieking laughter resonates inside that tent. You sit up from your sleep with a start, gasping for air. You breathe heavily as the coal enters your lungs. It's as if you didn't breathe while you were sleeping. You turn around to look for someone, anyone. And then you see Erie sitting up as well, seemingly lost in her thoughts. Now, Erie and Thea, what are you two doing?
Uh, I go first or I go first?
You can go first.
uh,
Aku sekarang.
okay, you know what? Before I go, kejap ah. This one. What is? Okay. I guess when when I woke up, I without caring if Eri sees me or not, I took out my notebook and I start writing that thing that I sent to you in the next page, like over and over again,
Okay.
and probably only stop when someone like actually talks to me. Like I really absorbed in like writing that sentence down in my notebook.
I would say by this point, when you guys just woke up, Zamruda and Azriel, you just entered the tent to wake them up.
Hmm. Hey, wakey, wakey.
It's you guys' turn.
Wakey, wakey.
Eri, she is feeling sad and angry.
Hmm.
I had the dream again, but it's much more clear.
Can you you hmm, do you wanna talk about it? What are you?
I know who I am. I finally know who I am and where I come from.
Do you want to talk about it now? Next morning?
There's no more need for talking. We need to find somebody and stop all this madness before anyone else gets hurt.
What are you talking about? We don't know what you're talking about. What
We must destroy the queen.
what queen?
There's people hunting us.
What queen are
In my dream, I saw the king. The king was dead. I was bathed in blood. I saw my sister, Arya.
How can you be so sure of this dream?
I have no doubt. I feel like that wasn't just a dream, it was my memory coming back to me. I know who I am, and I am a time traveler.
Whoever whoever that who's l- you're looking for, they might not be here.
We don't know that, but
You do you remember
I know that I can find them if I find more of these spears, these kind of artifacts.
the first time you went here? Is there any portal gate that you remember coming out from?
I don't even know. I don't know. But the last thing I saw in that dream or that memory was my sister tried to save me. Everyone tried to kill my family, tried to kill me. There was a huge chaos. And I don't know what's happening to them. I don't know when that is. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But we must find the time. Sorry, Jim. Namanya said, what was her name? The lady, the Atu Queen.
You don't know. You can't remember.
Um, no, the one that you mentioned today. The what? What? Uh,
Sorceress of Time.
Sorceress of Time. Sorry, not Queen. We gotta find the Sorceress of Queen and all this.
How can you be so sure? That event that you're mentioning probably happens 100 or 50 years ago. We don't know.
That's even worse. I'm here in the future and or whatever time it is right now, and the future is gonna get lost if you don't save it.
Now that Eri is telling this, right? Zamruda is interested on the king that you mentioned in your dream.
Yes.
So Z is like, I'm curious, like,
Yeah.
who is the king? Are you related to the king?
The king was my father.
Not your father.
Not my father.
It was it was
Oh,
Arya's father.
Oh shoot. I thought he was my father. Oh. Oh, the king is dead.
do do
The king is dead. But in that dream, I saw Arya,
Ria is your sister?
the wintergreens. Yes, she is.
can can Eri, can Eri recall the dream again, relating to the king? Like how was Chimania connect killed today?
So from the dream, what she experienced was that the king was lying down on the ground
Mm.
and he was bleeding out. Okay,
Yeah, he was dying.
and no, he was dead. Dead. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
dead,
dead.
dead. Okay, yeah, yeah, he was dead, dead. Yeah, because he fled sudah kan?
Yeah, the life has fled from his eyes, Suda. And you were
Yeah.
holding a long golden spear
Mm.
in your hands, dripping with blood. You remember
Mm.
this spear is the full form of your broken spear. And in that dream, you don't really understand what happened. But from the way Arya explained, you were the one who
Mm.
killed the king to release Arya from the Sorceress of
Yeah.
Time's curse.
Mm. But the king is Arya punya father ke tak? Bukan.
Based on the dream, yes. She was the one who said at the end of the dream, she was the one who said, I'm so sorry, father.
Ah, yeah, yeah. So does that mean he's my father too?
You guys are not blood sisters.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Got it. Yep. I remember now. Yep.
You guys are, if I remember correctly, half sisters.
Yes. Correct.
At least that's what you remember, lah.
Yeah.
I would say, Eri, you do explain, I guess, what happened in the dream. I guess.
But everything lah, huh? Like who and
Oh,
cause she, yeah.
okay, okay. Thank you for the info. I guess now like Z is trying to connect the dots because like
Yeah.
mm, yeah, and
So from her explanation, Zamruda, the
Mm-hmm.
king that he mentioned had short white hair and neatly trimmed beard. The king that you have in your head
Mm-hmm.
has brown hair and brown beard, but it's graying.
Mm. But okay, so it's different lah.
It's different.
Okay, okay, noted.
In the dream, there was chaos. There was massacre, people killing everybody, and I saw that face with flaming hair. She pushed me into the portal, but before I hit my head. Now I remember everything. I remember my purpose now, and I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna kill if I must.
Okay.
Our help? Do you
Yeah.
need our help?
You guys can go on this journey with me, but I can tell you this is gonna be a painful journey. It's gonna be a crazy journey. So, yeah. And the thing is, there's more weapons, there's more artifacts just like this. Like I said, now it's much more clear for me that there's more of these things. It doesn't belong in the hands of evil. I am probably the only guardian that could protect it.
But there's like um, thousands of swords in this world, and we don't know how it looks like. But
Just as there are thousands and millions of sands in the world. So we must find it.
yes,
We
exactly.
must find it before the sorceress does, and we need to serve justice. If you guys are not willing to kill, do not stop me.
Okay.
Rest of you, the rest of you, Eri, Zamruda, and Azriel, as you guys were talking, and you look at the other end of the tent, you do see Thea scribbling aggressively at her notebook. She's not paying attention to you guys.
I can I approach her and see what she's scribbling if she doesn't notice.
Um, roll perception for me.
Oh, fuck.
She is feverishly writing on her notebook, but she is facing you guys, so you are not able to look at what she's scribbling about. But as soon as you approach her, Thea, what do you do?
Um, what what do I see?
You were busy scribbling on your notebook, and the moment the trance that you were in is broken by the rustling in the tent of Azriel moving towards you.
Can I see if she sweats profusely?
I would
What?
see in the tent it's kind of dark. You don't really see much. But Thea,
Uh,
Okay.
so I can't. So everyone can't see much, even myself.
like you guys can see, you guys have dark vision, but it's dim light inside this tent.
Okay, then once the trance is broken, then I looked and I saw three figures, and then I immediately reached for my crossbow and pointed at them.
What do you guys do?
Uh, Thea, are you okay? It's it's us.
Do I hear?
Yeah,
Everything's clear.
everything's clear.
Um, I took a deep breath. Then I guess I'll look closely and um, I look closely at the three figures and see that it's my friends, and lowered down my crossbow and then covered the page of my book, or covered my book away.
Bad dream? Are you having a bad dream?
I just nod.
Well, I'm guessing you already heard what Eri just said just now. I'm assuming.
Absent mindedly, I nod.
Uh, well, we could talk a lot more about it the next time around. But it's both of you's night watch.
Uh,
So,
I mm, okay. I nod and then put the
do you want to talk about it now? About your dreams?
No, I nod and I put my book in my bag and then take my crossbow and went out of the tent.
Aries just gonna pick up and start wearing her armor and take the spear with her. I'm going out and need some fresh air. Time for you guys to go to sleep.
I
I'll talk about this tomorrow, maybe.
okay.
This is
Good luck with your watch.
Aries just walks.
Okay. So
I I will put all my stuff there in my bed.
okay. So Eri and Thea quickly move out of the tent. The two of you are hit by the cold wind, fresh air, and you do feel a bit more relief by it. But the rest of you, Zamruda and Azriel,
Uh-huh.
you find yourself alone in the tent, confused by the whole encounter in the tent. But what do you guys do?
This is probably too much for us at this time, Z. So I guess we should just take our rest
Yeah,
as much as we can
and
and think about it
perhaps
tomorrow.
since like we kind of like had what do you call this deep conversation that this kind of slipped out from my mouth. You know what? I thought
Mhm.
Eri's dream was about me and my family.
How can you be so sure?
I thought, it
Can you?
can't be real. It
Hmm.
can be real. It cannot be real.
Have you encountered a weird time travel
No,
thing like
but
Eri did?
just something that I could relate with my backstory. But yeah, I'm tired now. Maybe we'll talk again next time. Eh?
I, I hope that you could ask Eri more about it,
Yeah,
and I will try to help you with the droid thing that
that'll be nice.
from my mom's.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
let's
see
sleep
you.
now.
I'll see you next morning. And then, Masa, I go to sleep. I will hole up inside my blanket, and I open up the book, and I flip the card.
Ooh, okay.
So you look at the card. Okay.
Yes,
So you look. This is inside the your book, right?
yes. But since I have dark vision, I can still see. Kan?
Okay. Yeah, you see it in as if it's in dim light.
Okay, good enough.
So you open the last page, and the card is there. It's facing down, and you flip it.
Yes.
You see it's an old divination card, and what you see on that face, on that side of the card, bears an image of you, the real you.
Fuck.
It's not like a like exact
How?
apa exact image of you, but it is a tarot design of you. And you see you are standing in the middle, and there are skeletons around you, hugging you.
Oh, okay. It's not that.
And at the bottom there is a word. The word says loss. And
Okay.
on that last page,
Shit.
you see words appear. You see the words being formed, being written out of mid page. Welcome to the dark. You have a new task,
Oh my god.
which we'll talk about next time in private lah. Huh? Yeah,
Oh shit. Oh, yes, yes.
but yes, welcome to the dark, and you have a new task, and it lists down what it is.
Welcome to the dark.
All right. So the two of you are going to sleep.
Yep.
Okay. Is it possible that I read one page of the book and just see the content?
I would
Just one
say
page or two. One page before sleeping.
I would say you guys were out, and it was probably 1 hour, probably. Uh, I would say yeah, you could
Uh huh.
take 1 hour off of the time if you want.
Okay, I will read it,
The leather
the leather
bound,
bound book.
not your book.
Ito.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay. I misunderstood. I
Not my book.
misunderstood.
I meant the leather bound.
Um,
I want to.
so open the
Sorry.
leather bound book. It is written in a language you don't understand.
My luck.
But you do see like symbols and scribbles and
Does
everything.
it have
But it's not in language that you understand.
I will keep it, and then I'll just read the book for 1 hour.
Okay. Good. Good to know. Alright, so anything else? Zamruda?
Nope,
I think I'm
that's it for me.
okay.
Alright, so you guys turn in facing away from each other, I assume, maybe.
Yes, yes.
And sleep does find you. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, outside of the tent, Erie and Thea, what are you doing?
Um, yeah, so Eri is still feeling, you know, distraught, angry, all sorts of emotions. But she kind of had also a sense of clarity. Yeah. So yeah, she's just keeping quiet for a bit. But yeah, I think yeah. What was that all about with you? She asked Thea.
Um, I think at this moment, Thea is just staring at the fire and probably like maybe slightly shaken but not visible. But she just looking at the fire and never letting go of her crossbow. So she didn't hear, well, I didn't hear the first time that you asked me when you talked to me.
You had a terrible dream too, didn't you?
And then I looked at Eri, but not looking into her eyes and just not confusedly.
You can tell me all about it, but can I start this time?
And I absent-mindedly nods.
I don't know what to do with my life. I just realized everything is a mess. Everything is a lie. The everything doesn't seem like how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I dreamt that I saw my sister and the king. The king was dead, and there were people looking for me and everything. So I don't know. And someone opened a portal, and I hit my head, and here I am. I don't even remember how I got here in the first place. But now I know what happened, and I think I want to seek justice, and I want to seek justice even if I have to kill. But I don't want to get consumed by all this vengeance. And Eri starts to weaken. Taya, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Adakah ya?
Oh, sorry, I muted my
Is
mic.
she on?
Sorry.
Lol.
Sorry. Yeah. So I looked at your Aries direction and I saw this completely different person that not completely different, like completely different image of a person that I saw before I went to sleep. Then like after like gathering my thoughts, then I would figure like, okay, we both probably just I just thought that we both have like a probably had like bad dreams. And then um I just look at Ari and just say, whatever it is that's bothering you, it will pass.
I know. I know if this will pass. Because I don't know how to move forward from this, but my only thing that I can, the only thing that I feel that we should do is that, or I should do is that we need to find these artifacts before it gets into the hands of the sorcerers of time. These are the evil people who killed the king. And yeah, there's a curse, and there's a curse looming in the kingdom as well. There's so much evil that we must destroy. But I'm scared to give myself into the dark side.
I think you need some more time to think about your dream.
I do.
Um, like honestly, at this point, I'm not even able to like basically like at this point I'm not okay lah, out of character. At this point, Thea is not capable of like forming a conversation. Like even though she knows that Eri is Eri is
Mm,
spilling her heart out. Tapi she really want to help, but tapi like not at this moment because she's not feeling like Thea is not feeling herself. So she would just look at Eri and just say like, I think you need
mm,
some time to think about your dream. Like we both just like I assume you two woke up from this and it's very um concerning, but sometimes dreams they're not meant to be deciphered immediately. So I think you, you need some time to think about yours.
mm. Yeah, I just have a bit of clarity, but I don't know. I know things will unfold. So, yeah, until then, I'm gonna do whatever it takes. But I know that part, the dream was also part of my memory that I've gotten back. So, yeah, maybe you're, yeah, and one thing also, I think you also need to be watchful. I saw what you did before you go to sleep. I saw the light, I saw the moon. So, whatever.
I think I think at this point um I had a annoyed look going on after Eri said that and promptly ignored her.
That's okay. Whatever it is, yeah, whatever it is, I think you know that we want to be there with you as well. Yeah. But that's it. I don't have much to talk about this night. If you, I know it may not be the right time for us to talk. You had a nightmare. I had a nightmare. So if there's anything you want to talk, just tell me now before I just spend some time by myself and watch over the other side.
Okay, so Thea heaved a long sigh and then turned to look at Eri, and this time she looked directly into her eyes and she asked Eri, what do you see right now?
I see myself. I see a reflection of myself, and that scares me. I know that I know that there's something that you're not telling us. There's something inside you. There's so many things that there's chaos in your eyes. That's what I
Skills.
want to say.
Sorry. Sorry, Kajay.
What? You fell?
No, okay, wait, hold on.
Wait, did I say something right, or was that supposed to trigger something?
No, okay. Basically, um, Thea is asking Eri, what do you see right now in front of you? Like, basically, what do you see? What appearance of Thea do you see right now?
Oh, okay. What do you mean? You look normal. You're the elf that I know. But that's not the whole truth, isn't it?
And then Thea just shrugs and looks back into the fire, I guess.
That's not an answer. You asked me now,
No,
what is that?
I asked you to tell me what do you see.
And I answered, and what's the
I just
point?
want to know what version of me that you see in your eyes.
Oh dear. I hope I hope to see you for your whole truth, whatever form you are. Like I said, I think the prayer that I said,
I think macam Eri suspect that I taught her a bogus pray.
I think so. But Eri pun macam, well, at this point, Eri pun macam, the prayer that you said itu was good, tapi like she just, entah, she added her own itulah, feelings as well into it, or something. Like, may you seek what you needed to seek, or something like that. The truth lah, essentially. That's like, wow. Okay.
Okay lah.
Yeah. I see you as you are, Thea. I see you as you are. I see you as a companion. Whatever it is, I see you as that. So please do not leave me, do not die. I still need to give you this dagger.
I think at the mention of the dagger, it feels like it feels like there were whatever happened before their sleep came back to Thea, and she just smiled.
All right. If that's the case, then yeah, hope you feel better after this. Hope we feel better. That was a very shitty sleep I had.
I'll think of better prayers for you next time.
um, yeah, Ari is just gonna say, yeah, I think your prayers are good, but yeah, perhaps I can. Prayer is a prayer for now. I'm not gonna be chained by faith. Okay.
Right. So you guys are keeping watch, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a perception roll.
Oh God.
Yeah. Can't touch this.
Oh.
Aries back, bitch. Oh wow. Bow down to Queen Thea.
So you guys keep to your side of the campfire, and you keep
Hmm.
watch. You look around, see if there's any movement or anything. Maybe snack a bit from your rations. Maybe I guess
Hmm.
probably Zamruda gathered some berries or nuts or something from the forest.
Yeah.
But the night has been uneventful. You do not see anything in the darkness beyond the camp, but only one thing lingers in both of your minds, and that was the dream that you guys had. What lies after this point, only time will reveal all. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Gila.
Oh my God, this is
Gila,
so
gila.
heavy. Well,
Damn intense. What the fuck?
This is a this is too heavy for downtime. Really heavy for downtime.
Tadi mesti ada filler ba? Ni tadi baru all this while filler. Ni baru tak ada main atau main arc.
God.
Time to stretch.
My God.
Tapi kalau si Z tidur pakai the ring gitu.
I think so because like
So she can attune to it.
no, it's not a ring. It's like a bracelet, right?
It is a
A
band.
band. Yeah. So what strikes
band,
me
okay.
is the band is like decorated with like green vines, can. So and then there's a
It's a simple wooden band,
Mhm.
entwined by evergreen ivy vines, and the top is decorated with a small rose petal,
rose
which
petal.
which is blooming and perfect.
Right? So much it's still alive. So much I'm like I don't know if it's gonna give
So you
what do you call this like future superpowers, but yeah, I kind of like that.
I
It
would
is so
say,
Zamruda.
I would say, I would say, but by the time that you spend with it, because it is magical, and you being a druid, you begin to understand what it does.
I begin to understand. Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that band has a single charge. It has a charge, magical charge.
Mm-hmm.
The power contained within the rose petal may be expanded to heal a target the wearer can touch by 2d4 plus 2 hit point. Basically, like a healing potion.
Ooh.
once a day she can use it.
Yeah, once a day. Once used, the rose petal wilts
Mhm.
and falls off the ring.
But it will regenerate again.
Each day at dawn, the petal will bloom again.
Ah. But with Z's druidic powers, because like she's what do you call this? Like nature-ish. Do I get an advantage?
It's just a magical item.
Ah.
It's called It's called Ban of the Dryad.
Band of the Dryad. Okay.
Yeah,
Dryad,
Dryad,
Dryad, Dryad.
Dryad.
Okay.
But I hope you guys like enjoy the session.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
thank you so much for staying throughout the session, even though it's like 12 sudah, which is the deadline of the. And yeah, I hope the next session would be even more revealing, I would say. So next Friday, stay tuned. Hopefully you guys would be free and let's see what will happen lah.